What's up, guys? I'm back after like a month. So today we're gonna be reviewing the One Piece East Blue Saga. But I've already finished it like a long time, like a year ago, and I got into One Piece like when I was 12. But like, I am not a complete psychopath, guys, so I wasn't gonna rewatch 63 episodes for a YouTube video. So instead I watched the East Blue the episode of East Blue movie. And yeah, it was pretty good. And if this video does well, actually, I'll get more into it at the end of the video. But yeah, alright, so I'm gonna give you guys the opinion. I'm gonna be, my opinions. I'm gonna be like, splitting this up into like little subsections, episode of Luffy and stuff like that. I'll put that in the description box below. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, so episode of East Blue starts off with, Luffy. Episode of Luffy, of course. And I thought it was a pretty good episode to start off with. You know, obviously Luffy's the main character, first member of the crew, technically. Well, technically Zoro, but you know, he's the captain. It starts off with Shanks laughing at him, and Luffy's like, okay, well, if you're gonna have to respect my name. So he literally stabs his eye, which I'm like, wow. Because they didn't show that in the anime. They kind of showed, like, the Luffy getting threatened by the, what do you call it? The bandits, the mountain bandits. But they didn't show Luffy stabbing his eye, which they did in the manga, first chapter of the manga. They didn't show that at all in the anime. So I kind of like that they showed that in the OVA. And then it shows, you know, basically episode 4, like I just said, Luffy getting threatened by the mountain bandits. One of them, like, getting killed by literally that one fat guy on Shanks' crew. I don't remember his name. I'll probably just throw it up on screen. And then it shows the guy taking Luffy. I forgot his name, too. I'll probably put his name up on screen or, like, a picture of him. And it shows him taking Luffy into the ocean, trying to get away. And the dude literally just, like, gets eaten by a Sea King and dies. And then the Sea King's about to eat Luffy, but then Shanks, like, uses Conqueror's Hockey, knocks the thing out, and then, or makes the thing run away. And Luffy's like, Shanks, your arm, you lost your arm. And yeah, that was a pretty good emotional scene. And it just basically ends with that, with Luffy getting the straw hat from Shanks.
何を背中の傷は剣士の恥だ見事
So, I thought episode of Zoro was probably one of the best episodes. It showed a ton of awesome iconic scenes with the new animation, and whew, it was better than I remembered it. So, I like this one because it showed all the cool scenes, obviously. And it showed Luffy meeting Zoro, first of all, with that one Marine Captain Helmappa, his dad or whatever. And that was pretty cool. It showed my favorite part, which was Zoro versus Mihawk. And that was an awesome fight. And it showed at the end, like, him swearing to Luffy that he'll never lose again, and Zoro crying and everything. It was just a great scene. Overall, great episode of Zoro. And he was basically just saying, I would never lose again. And then it shows, like, Luffy, like, completely demolishing Don Krieg in the episode. And, yeah, I thought I'll give this one a, probably, like, an 8 out of 10. And I'll probably give episode of Luffy. It was pretty good, but then again, I kind of already saw in the anime and read in the manga. So I'd give it, like, a 5, 5's too low, like a 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 or 7 out of 10. But yeah, that was okay. So episode of Usopp. All right, I'm just gonna say this right now. I loved episode of Usopp. Episode of Usopp was the best episode. Well, yeah, kind of the best out of, in my opinion, at least my humble opinion. It was. I don't get an opinion. I know, I'm joking. But yeah, episode of Usopp was awesome. But the thing that I didn't like about it was that it didn't show Usopp's mom die. They mostly just talked about like his dad, Yasopp, and stuff like that. And it should have been like a really emotional scene because, you know, his mom died. But it didn't show that. They didn't even, I don't think that they mentioned it. I don't remember at least. It showed it in the anime, I'm pretty sure. I watched the anime like a year ago and I'm not going to rewatch it. But yeah, it also showed in the manga, obviously. And then it shows him fighting Kuro. It's still as great as I remembered it. And yeah, it also shows Usopp's determination. And he was like, I am the captain of the Usopp pirates. I won't let you lay a hand on the village because I am a brave warrior of the sea. And it just showed how cool Usopp was. And yeah, my opinion on it was a pretty good episode. Third episode of the, what do you call it, OVA. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Probably the highest rating that's going to be on this list. But yeah, so now we're on episode of Sanji. So they showed him with that one crew member and Don Krieg's crew. I don't remember his name. I'll put it up on screen and like put a picture of him. I think his name was Don Krieg. He was a really forgettable guy. I didn't even remember him until I watched this. But yeah, I thought the Sanji backstory was really good. It was really well done. It was better than the original in the anime because in the manga, you know, Zeph ate his leg and gave Sanji all the food. And because they were stuck starving on a rock and stuff like that, so Zeph had to lose his own leg, or eat his own leg to survive. And in the anime, they didn't really show that stuff. But in the OVA, especially, you know, they showed, you know, Sanji going to, you know, kill Zeph because he was starving. And he sees like a big bag. He thinks that it's food. And he like cuts it open, like slashing through it. And he's like, "What is this? It's just treasure. What? Well, this is worthless." And what do you call it? It shows Sanji go up to Zeph and then seeing his leg, and he's like freaking out. He's like, "Why are you so kind to me? You ate your leg to survive." And yeah, really good scene. And yeah, that was. I thought that was great. I thought it was better than the anime. Maybe not the manga, because they didn't show Zeph actually eating his leg. I'm pretty sure they did in the manga. My opinion on this, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was really good. It wasn't the best, but you know, it was still good. They skipped over a few things that I would have liked, like the what do you call him, Luffy doing all the fun chores for some comedy, you know. But it was still overall a good episode. You know, it was only like 20 minutes because they had to like make it an hour and 46 minutes. So yeah, pretty good movie, pretty good episode. All right, so this is one of my favorite episodes. I think it is my favorite episode, either that or second favorite. You know, Ted Ussop, episode of Nami. Yeah, episode of Nami is probably my second or first favorite episode because it literally shows my favorite arc in the East Blue Saga, and that's the Arlong Park arc, and you know, that was my favorite arc because it was probably like the most cinematic at the time, like episode 20 or something like that, 30. No, that was like Donkey. I think episode 60 or something like that. I don't remember. I'll probably chalk up on screen what episode it was, but yeah, this is my favorite arc in the anime and the manga. And they say that Nami left. They don't show her. They just like kind of insinuate it that she left with the Going Merry. And yeah, and then but I thought it should have showed the Buggy arc, you know, because the Buggy arc is where she meets Luffy, technically joins the crew, because you know, you guys can watch it if you guys want. Actually, you know what? Screw it. It is a spoiler review. She leaves because she didn't really technically join their crew because she was technically part of the Arlong crew, but she didn't really want to be on it because she was kind of forced to save her village. But then, yeah, I liked the Bellamere flashback. It was really nicely animated, and it was really a very emotional scene. It showed the what do you call it? Nami stabbing her arm, where her tattoo was, because she didn't like Arlong, so she was stabbing her arm, and it shows Luffy just giving her his straw hat and leaving, like it did in the anime. It was a really good scene. And then it shows the Luffy versus Arlong fight, which amazing animation. Probably my favorite scene, other than maybe the Zeph and Sanji flashback, or maybe the Zoro versus Mihawk flashback. So my overall opinion for this, oh yeah, by the way, my rating for this episode is 10 out of 10. It was my favorite arc. Showed some emotional scenes. It showed a great animated battle at the end. And yeah, so my overall rating for this is probably like the movie is probably like a 7 out of 10. You know, they didn't put a bunch of like of the key details, but then again, it was like they're on a time crunch. It was like 106 minutes, so an hour 46 minutes movie. But overall, what they had to work with, they did it well. And yeah, probably one of my favorite movies. If this video does well, I'll probably make a review on the episode of Chopper and Alabasta, and then Skypiea. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.